matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5 because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
Now, here's Capella after the miss from Joel Embiid. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Bogdanovich from downtown. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And Bogdanovich needs very little room. The defense better stay more attached.
Young against Simmons. He dishes it to Embiid. That one drops for him.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Outside Collins. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Harris.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Harris kicks to Curry. The 15-footer. Back to Embiid. 76ers moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Simmons. Harris trying to get free. The shot comes out, so the Hawks will take it the other way. Lets it fly from 18. And it's Hunter with the jam.
And the coaching staff loving the fact that Hunter is getting after it with the hustle. Good effort on both ends.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Embiid. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And you've got to admire the toughness that Embiid plays with. He doesn't let fouls stop him from scoring.
The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the game here. Hawks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Young against Simmons. Hunter the pass to Capella. Embiid with the steal. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Simmons looking it over. Pass to Curry. Back to Simmons. Embiid with it. He has 5. Simmons dishes to Harris. Here's Embiid. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Here's Collins. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. All alone. Pass to Hunter. Over Green. And it's off the back rim. No good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Harris passes to Embiid. Back to Harris. Over Collins. Embiid against Capella. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Trying to improve every year, that's the goal of anyone in the NBA. Bogdanovich has great fundamentals to be able to do that.
And Philadelphia has possession. Following the bucket by the Hawks. It's good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation. And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Gallinari comes in for John Collins. Reddish, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdanovich. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
A good decision right there from Dwight. Excellent awareness on that particular play.
Hill against Young. Count that one. The 76ers trail. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Outside Hill. Here's Milton. It's rebounded by Huerter. Young inside. He's guarded by Hill. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Hawks on top, up by 4. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, they've got Howard. Matisse Thybulle's out there at Korkmaz. Then there's Hill, and it's Milton in at the shooting guard.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
So savvy inside for a player of his size and tough. Williams will do whatever it takes.
Outside Hill. The feed now to Howard. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Howard's got his first bucket in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Williams passes to Okongwu. Pass to Huerter. From 20 feet out, and he hits the jump shot. Huerter's got the lead up to 4 now for Atlanta.
Huerter making it look easy that time on the pick and roll as the off guard.
Hill dishes to Howard. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And the basket is good. Howard's got his second basket of the game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Williams kicks to Gallinari. There's the pass to Huerter. Over Thybulle. Huerter, no good. 76ers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Here's Korkmaz, and he hits it to tie the game up. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Ball's knocked loose. On the wing, Williams. Howard trying to free himself up. Here's Okongwu. And now Philadelphia on the break.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
The Hawks trail by 4. Outside Williams. To the inside. Gallinari. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, Gallo almost pushes 7 feet, so he comes up with the offensive rebound and putback because of his size.
And going back to when he turned pro at just 16 years of age. Gallinari has proven to be one of the best players ever from Italy.
You think about his final year in Milano and just how highly efficient he was, first in the league's ratings overall. 6th pick, going from Italy to New York City, and the fans had no idea what they were getting, but Gallinari eventually dealt in the Carmelo deal, and in his career, although it's been multiple stops, has been pretty exemplary.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
No good from Simmons. The Hawks trailing. Here's Bogdanovich. Misses off the right iron. And Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Here's Collins. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Collins has got it all tied up now for the Hawks. Now, here's Maxey. Embiid inside. Capella's there. Harris kicks to Embiid. Right side, Simmons. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Young outside for 3. He can't get that one to fall. That one misses. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the for the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They never put themselves in too much. Thanks for joining us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. So it's the Hawks now, trailing by 2. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. And staying with the play, Harris. Harris has got the lead up to 4 now for the 76ers.
Now, Tobias has a good frame and has good strength. I like to see him go in there and put it to good use on the offensive glass.
Young against Simmons, and there it is for him.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Here's Simmons. Dishes it to Curry. Simmons inside. He's guarded by Collins, and then Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
Young pass to Collins. They get it again. No good.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Harris. Rebound by the Hawks. Hunter with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Fires from the wing. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Bogdanovich has got 7 points in the game. Now Simmons, 6 points for him. Passes to Curry. To the middle. Embiid, no good. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Bogdanovich, and they're unable to get the tying basket there. Collins against Simmons, and the dunk by Embiid.
Hard to imagine a much better target on the alley-oop than Embiid. Get the lob anywhere in his vicinity, and you might wind up on a highlight reel.
And he overshot that one, missing. Philadelphia leading by 4. And here is Simmons. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Trae Young.
And passes like that demonstrate the winning mindset Simmons has. A guy that wants to get his team involved.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Gallinari, he's checked in for John Collins. Tony Snell comes in for Hunter. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Lou Williams is subbed in for Young.
He's just gifted with the basketball, and that includes making plays. Lou Williams spotting a man that time.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Here's Snell. Gallinari outside. He kicks it to Williams. No good with the triple.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
The Hawks trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Williams. Count it.
Well, it's such a challenge trying to alter anything that Lou Williams does just because you're on your heels most of the time.
The 76ers have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Hill looking it over. Feeds it to Howard. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 3 assists in the game.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Williams with the ball. Pass to Gallinari. Uncovered. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Howard's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now here's Green. He's guarded closely. Hill inside. They kick it out to Green. Frames the three-pointer. Green's got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Gallinari down low. Embiid's there. And there's Gallinari on the assist by Williams.
Showing some nice body control, outstanding at keeping his composure and continuing to play at his speed is Gallinari.
Embiid.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Williams. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Taking a look at the 76ers. Scott is out there with Howard. Then there's Hill. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Korkmaz in at the small forward. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Reddish. Now here is Hill. Pass to Milton. It's back to Hill. It's stolen. One-on-one fast break. And the pass to Reddish. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Reddish has got 4 points this quarter.
Nice job operating off the dribble for Reddish, a nice consistent part of his game.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Howard finds Milton. Goes up the baseline. Tries again. Howard, the pass to Scott. Over Hunter. Another miss by Philadelphia.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Down low. It's picked off. Here's Hill. There's the dish to Howard. The kick out to Hill. Hunter grabs the miss.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And Reddish with the slam.
And that's some athleticism on display as Cam Reddish gets to the rim.
Here's Hill. Howard, the pass to Milton. Back to Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Kicks it to Snell. That one, no good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. Hill passes to Milton. Tips it up, and Hill is right there. And the 76ers lead by 8.
George Hill using his arms there to keep that possession alive.
Young dishes to Reddish. Young against Hill. Young's shot is good. Philadelphia leading by 6. Passes it to Milton. Here's Korkmaz. Now Howard. And he jams it right over Clint Capella. Wow.
And Howard puts these dunks away so easily, especially when he's that deep in the paint.
Hill against Young. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Over to the wing. It's stolen by Reddish. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta.
Sometimes Reddish might defer too often, and maybe sometimes that's true. But also, give him credit for being unselfish.
Pass to Korkmaz. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Collins checked in for Atlanta. Bogdan Bogdanović comes in for Tony Snell. Young with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Great initiative from Capella there. Seeing an opportunity to score and getting the D to act.
All free throws good from Capella.
Clutch. Those free throws turn this into a one-possession ball game.
Simmons against Young, but tried by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And Simmons, just such a gifted player. Someone who is mentally strong in these situations.
It's Young on the wing, guarded by Simmons. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Curry passes to Embiid. Back to Curry. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Simmons. Collins grabs the miss. Here's Atlanta now. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Shoots it. The Hawks again can't hit. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Embiid finds Curry. And here's Embiid. From deep three-point range, off the mark.
Bogdanović pretty good at making some things tough for his man. Very active on the defensive end.
So it's Philadelphia. There below is Barclays Center. And before we get going, let's hear.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Nets, we've got DeAndre Jordan. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving at the 2 spot. Now, here is Harden to the paint. Here's Jordan. Banked in off the glass. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus. And Smitty, if I'm coaching DeAndre Hunter, I'm making him watch nothing but tape of Kawhi Leonard. He has that type of body and can aim to be that kind of player.
Yeah, I totally agree. Both were lauded as mostly defensive players as rookies. Hunter showed he has some shiftiness to his game offensively. I think he has the chance to be on the same level at the end of the day as Kawhi Leonard. No harm in having that as a goal. For a guy who is 6'3", Kyrie shows us he has great confidence playing inside.
Capella against Jordan. Bogdanovich passes to Capella. Clock at 6. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Scouting report is be physical with Trae Young. And every night he finds ways to still make plays.
Now, here is Harden. The pass to Jordan. Harden outside. Outside, KD. The Nets need to get a shot off here. No good from Jordan.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
And here's Young, outside Bogdanovich. At the top of the key, Hunter. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
And what I admire about Hunter is that opportunistic attitude. This kid just makes things happen.
It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Now, here is Young. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Count it, good.
Trae Young's a crafty operator from mid-range, really from any range.
KD looking around. And then Durant with the dunk.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Bogdanovich with it, guarded now by Durant. Collins kicks to Bogdanovich. Here's Capella. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Jeff Green is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Atlanta also making some changes here. Reddish comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdanovich.
He's a terror on the offensive glass. You don't have to run plays for Collins for him to score.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. The kick out to Irving. Young with the steal. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Lots of room. Yep, that one goes.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
Harden outside. Pass to Green. He's off on that one. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Lobbed up there for Collins. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Beautiful catch and flush by Collins, a high flyer who attacks the rim with purpose.
Harden dishes to Green. Good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Young with the ball. He lobs it up, and the dunk by Capella.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oop.
Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized 4.
The Hawks leading by 4. Here's Young, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Top of the key, Reddish. Capella inside, guarded by Green. Capella with the bucket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Now here's Harden. Defense is right there. Green passes to Harden. The feed to KD. And then Durant with the jam.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Hawks lead by. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
On the court for Atlanta, they've got Tony Snell. Gallinari is out there with Okongwu. Then it's Reddish, and it's Williams at the point. Now here's Dinwiddie. Inside, and stolen by Okongwu. And here we go again, Atlanta on the break. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Passes like this demonstrate Snell's team-first approach. He's all about getting it to the open guys.
And out of New Mexico, Tony Snell has made himself into a capable long-range marksman.
Yes, he's a guy who plays within himself, GA, stays in his lane, and knocks down perimeter shots.
Outside Williams. He kicks to Snell. Down low. Here's Okongwu. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Now Dinwiddie. Pass to Claxton. The kick out to Brown. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Dinwiddie against Williams. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
To the paint, here's Brown. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. Kyrie Irving comes in for Jeff Green. And a change for the Hawks. Hunter's checked in for Reddish. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. KD's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris comes in for Brown. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. The shot by Okongwu, no good. Nets trail by 11. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
He loves to fire up his team with the big finish. KD rocking the rim.
Williams looking around. Passes it to Gallinari. He dishes it to Okongwu. No good from the left block. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And the rejection by Harden. Irving passes to KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Williams against Harden. Williams dishes to Okongwu. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Collins comes in for Gallinari. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Trae Young subbed in for Lou Williams. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Put it up anywhere. DeAndre Jordan can go get it.
And Young, here we go, kicks it out to Collins. Young inside, guarded by Harden. And they're able to recover, and they get it back. The Hawks again can't hit. Nets trail by 5. There's a lob for Harris. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Brown the pass to Griffin. Shot clock at 6. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And finished off by Collins.
Yeah, credit Huerter. Recognizes where the help is coming from. Finds the open man.
Dinwiddie attacking. The kick out to Brown. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Dinwiddie with it. And guarded by Capella. Claxton with the bucket.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
And here's Young. Off with the layup.
This is the shot you want, right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the... And that'll...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Harden. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. And it's Harris in at the small forward. The Nets shooting their first free throw of the game.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
I mean, it's so impressive. Kyrie's scoring ability. Terrific shot maker, obviously gets to the line, converts at a high rate.
Capella with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Back to Young. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Harden scanning the floor. Durant, the pass to Jordan. Sweet move. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Jordan's got 6. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Harris with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. KD with the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Harden against Young. And there's the pass to Capella. Bogdanovich wide open. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Bogdanovich has got his first 2 points.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
It's Harden with the drive. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyways. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up, but it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And Blake Griffin was pointing his finger to throw it up way high, and he went, got it, and dunked it home.
Williams kicks to Okongwu. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
Dinwiddie's checked in for the Nets. Atlanta also making some changes here. Clint Capella comes in for Okongwu. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Lou Williams. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. Fast break, the Hawks. Pass to Snell. Jacks up a three. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Nets with the lead. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Brown, the pass to Claxton. Makes it off the glass. Claxton's got 6.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Pass to Huerter. Tries it from 19 and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Put the ball in Huerter's hands. Let him make a decision. He can pass and he can score.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Passes it to Claxton. In the corner, it's Griffin. Dinwiddie attacking. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Huerter passes to Capella. From deep, Gallinari. Dinwiddie with the rebound. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Nets. A 2-point game. Over in the corner, Brown. Kicks to Griffin. From deep. That shot, no good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Nets lead. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Collins is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Right side, Bogdanovich lets it go with the 3. A rebound by the Nets.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. Here's the break for the finish. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
And we could have been looking at a 2-possession game, but that was a huge mistake on the turnover. Now, nerves becoming a factor.
And Durant, here we go, comes up empty down low. The Hawks trailing. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Collins. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Well, when you play as hard as Collins does, you're going to get to the foul line.
The Nets making a switch here. Harden's checked in. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Hunter's checked in. Here is Harden. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Young outside. But they'll get another chance. Collins kicks to Young. Hunter, the pass to Capella. Hawks passing it around. 5 on the clock. The putback, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
In the corner, Irving with it. Right side, Durant. Irving against Young. Irving kicks to Harden. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
In the corner, it's Hunter to tie it up. And it's KD with the rebound. Durant's got 4 rebounds in this game. Harden has a wide open look. Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. 17-foot shot on the way.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
KD on the wing. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Lobs it up for Jordan. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Here's Durant. Collins grabs the miss. The Hawks trail by 3. Here's Hunter. Young outside. The pass to Capella. Not going to go that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. Nets leading by 3. Harden dishes to Irving. Back to Harden. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
1:03 left in the game. Young drives in. Capella trying to free himself up. Young, no good. Another shot. Offensive rebound. And it's put back up and in by Capella. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Young against Irving. The 8-footer. That one off the back iron and out.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
You know what? Their focus right now, every possession has to yield points.
Young's shot is off.
Oh, man, he hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And it's intriguing. Early on, critics questioned DeAndre's commitment to the game, but boy, has he answered them back. Nice job extending the lead and making this a 2-possession game now.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul. Incredible. Often the smallest guy on the floor, Young, consistently comes up with the biggest plays.
Stolen by Collins.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
And they're looking to tie it up, live to play another period. We'll see what they run right here.
Durant with the steal. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. All right, David, great.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Harden. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. And for Philadelphia, the incredible Simmons and Embiid down low. Green out there with Hill. And it's Thibault in at the 3 slot. Now here is Hill. For both teams tonight, Clark, unbelievable talent up front.
Agreed. And, you know, in the trenches, in the paint is where this one's going to be decided. It's going to be won or lost there. And that's not something we say very often in this day and age with the three-point shooting, the small ball, the spacing of the floor, the pick-and-roll action. But it'll be different tonight.
You know, the former late first-round pick Hill has really developed into a reliable shooter and wing defender. He's got good speed, gets to the rim with ease, and passes the ball well, too.
It's Harden with the drive. Harris against Green. 5 to shoot. Pass to Jordan. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And Embiid has got the ball here for Philadelphia. And there's the feed to Hill. Thibault with the ball. Harris is there. Hill passes to Embiid over Jordan. And it hung on the rim but wouldn't fall for him.
And how about the defensive impact Embiid has on the floor? He's a great rim protector who can swipe an errant pass every so often.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's just so big. He's mammoth. I mean, he's not only tall and long, he's deep, too. He's a thick guy. So he's an excellent rim protector, discourages inside attempts at a high rate, clogs up the paint. That length is a huge asset. And then his foot movement, his agility for a guy of his size is pretty impressive, too.
And the basket by Hill.
Terrific speed and understated athleticism from Hill. I mean, all he needs is a little room to attack, and then he'll exploit it with fervor.
Now, here is Harden. This is to KD. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Embiid.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Back to Harden. Got a hand on it. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now the pass to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Embiid's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around him.
To the middle, Embiid with the steal. And they're running. Here's Thibault. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Now here's Harden. 6 points for him. Lobs it up for Jordan.
That's platinum-level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
Thibault up top. Guarded by KD. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Durant's got the ball. Harden's shot is off. And Embiid has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Here's Simmons. Shoots over Dinwiddie. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
You just have to be more careful with Simmons. I mean, he's absolutely brilliant at keeping the defense off balance.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for Embiid. Tobias Harris comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Green. And it's Seth Curry in for Hill. Now, here is Irving. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Oh, and here we go with... Oh, that was a strong toe!
Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Irving passes to Griffin. Irving looking over the floor.
Oh, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irving has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
Now here's Simmons. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Curry. 4 on the clock. From outside, off the mark. Brooklyn trailing. Pass to Claxton. Back to Irving. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Knifing through the defense like warm butter on a biscuit. Irving knows how to get to the rim.
Tipped away. It's all tied in Philadelphia. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny.
For me, it comes with...
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
Seth Curry is out there with Shake Milton. Then there's Tobias Harris. Then there's Howard. And it's Korkmaz in the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
Irving kicks to Green. Pass to Claxton. From inside, they get it back. They kick it out to Green. Second chance shot. Claxton, no good. The 76ers lead.
And Tobias Harris, a crusader for a cause that isn't talked about too much. He has a huge concern about sleep deprivation and the effects it has on athletes.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? While it's not talked about a lot, it is gaining ground in all kinds of circles, particularly in the world of sports, the whole sleep deprivation idea. And Harris is a guy who's conscientious and thoughtful. I love the fact that he's bringing this to his teammates' attention because it's critical. And he's certainly passionate about it. We'll see how much wind it gets with him speaking up on it.
Here's Milton following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Milton the pass to Harris. Here's Korkmaz. Back to Harris. Here's Milton. Drills it from outside. Milton's got the lead up to 5 now for Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Outside Irving. Pass to Claxton. Back to Irving. Fires the 3. Doesn't go for it. And it's Philadelphia the other way. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And the Nets making a change here as well. Griffin's checked in for Joe Harris. Now here's Embiid. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Embiid's got 6. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the 76ers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Harden surveying the D. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly, born and raised.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, they're looking to battle back.
Oh my!
Great goodness! That was special. And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Hill passes to Maxey. It's back to Hill. To the inside. Here's Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Dinwiddie with it. Hill's there. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Philadelphia leading by 9. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the 76ers making a change here. Simmons is checked in.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Harden kicks to Durant. Jordan inside. No good on the last second attempt there. And thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You got to like what Harden has done in this game so far.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. That seems all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Brooklyn now, Durant is out there with Jordan. Then there's Green, then it's Harden, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Harden, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And last season, just some phenomenal shooting numbers for George Hill. Clark, you know him well from your days in Indiana.
Certainly do, and have great admiration and respect for George. He's a business-like pro. He's the epitome of what it is to be a pro. Consistent work ethic, understands himself, always looking to improve, knows his role, and has always had a calming and stabilizing influence for every team that he's played on.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
The pass to Thibault. Hill kicks to Green. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Green's got 5.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
It's Harden with the drive. Good D by Embiid.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Here's Durant, and KD throws it down.
Well, that dribble gives KD the momentum he needs, and you can see his teammates already loading up with smiles as he explodes to the cup.
Outside Hill. And it's Thibault in the corner. To the middle. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, Jordan is an alley-oop specialist, a big target with strength and bounce.
Passes to Thibault. And here's Embiid, guarded by Green. Here's Simmons. That shot off. The Nets go the other way with it. Durant finds Dinwiddie. A beautiful reverse layup.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
Pass to Thibault. Here's Simmons, guarded by Jordan. Now here is Hill. Green bounce pass. Here's Embiid. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. He's got 12.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Some changes for Brooklyn. Irving against Curry. Irving attacking, lays it up off the glass. Irving's got 6 points.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Curry passes to Harris. Here's Korkmaz. The tray. But they recover it. Here's Milton. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Milton's got his second basket.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Brown. It's blocked. He kicks it to Griffin. Outside Irving. Oh, Griffin in position. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Korkmaz. And the layup's good off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 16.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number one has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Irving against Curry. No good from Irving. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Howard. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Howard's got his first basket.
There's an example of that strength that Dwight Howard possesses. I love seeing him fight through contact.
And so it's Philadelphia in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Tobias Harris is out there with Simmons. Then there's Seth Curry. Then there's Howard. And it's Maxey in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's Maxey. Outside Curry. And the pass to Maxey. Simmons with it, guarded by Harris. And they double up Simmons. Kicks it to Howard. Stolen by Durant. It's 2-on-1. Green with the ball. And it's Howard picking him up. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz comes in for Ben Simmons. And it's Shake Milton in for Maxey. And then for Brooklyn, Griffin's checked in for Harris. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. 76ers moving the ball around. And that one's good. Korkmaz. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on it. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Durant comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Harris is checked in for Jeff Green. And James Harden has subbed in for Bruce Brown. Korkmaz. And he uses the glass on the layup.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Jordan trying to free himself up, and Harden with the stuff.
Now, you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you, and he'll put you in a poster if you let him.
Passes it to Milton. Out to Harris, the three ball, and he's good on the three ball. And the 76ers lead by 14.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. And not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Joe Harris. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Here's Green. Yes, that goes in.
Boy, Green's showing us another layer of his game right here. I mean, I like to see him attack like that on occasion.
Here's KD, and KD throws it down.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Hill with it. Pass to Thibault. To the right side. Embiid kicks to Hill. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Simmons. And that one is off. Great D that time from Durant.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the 76ers.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Joel Embiid.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Hill looking around. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Free throw drops for Hill. Brooklyn with the ball. Down by 15. And it's Johnson penetrating. And he banks in the layup.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And here's Maxey. Off target. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed. The NBA on 2K Sports. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, DA. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Capella in at the center position. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Simmons. Young with the steal. Bogdanovich wide open, and it's good off the back rim and in.
Polished offensive player. Bogdanovich has a nice-looking mid-range shot, and it just continues to get better.
And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
Here's Young after the Sixers pick up 2. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Hunter, passes it to Capella. The kick out to Young. 2 on the clock. And they'll turn it over. Did not get off the shot. 24-second violation. And now just over a minute played here in the first. They get a hand on it. Young with the steal. Can't cash in from the high post. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Philadelphia. Out to Harris. Wide open. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
This speaks to the assertiveness of Harris. Look, shots like this demonstrate how effective he can be.
Young pass to Hunter. Capella against Embiid. Young with no one around. Again, Young missing.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Harris's shot is good.
I like when Harris attacks in the paint. He's got the size and length to make that work.
Young drives in. Good work there as it goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Curry, right wing. Young with the steal. And here's the break. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that.
And it's good for 2.
The agility from Green when he goes inside is impressive. I mean, his fluid motion gets him to his shot.
Simmons against Young.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line no matter the situation.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Alinari comes in for John Collins. Reddish, he's checked in for Hunter. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdanovich. Here's Young. Following the basket by George Hill. Young inside. Excellent D there from Hill.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Milton the pass to Thibault. That one falls.
Facilitating from the inside. I mean, that can be a valuable asset from any offense.
Pass to Okongwu. And Gallinari kicks to Young. To the paint. Howard with the steal. Now the 76ers on the break. Gallinari with the steal. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Reddish. Back to Herter. Ring shot on the way. Rebounded by Howard.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Can't get it to fall.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Oh, man, you just want to go find some place to hide, man. It's almost impossible to miss that.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Hawks, Tony Snell is out there with Williams. Then there's Gallinari. Then it's Reddish. And it's Okongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. Howard with it. Williams picks him up. Hill has the open look. Howard. And Howard with the second chance points. Howard's got the lead up to 5 now for the 76ers.
And you need an armor to keep Howard away from the basket. He's so superb at snatching up offensive rebounds.
Here's Williams. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
Outside Hill. Williams comes with the double team. It's stolen by Reddish. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. And Okongwu slams it in.
Don't sleep on Williams' ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
Pass to Korkmaz. The kick out to Hill. Now the pass to Korkmaz. A fresh 14 for Philadelphia. Thibault with the ball. He's against Williams.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that was a stunner.
Oh, the lob to Gallinari. That puts them in the lead.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. The drive by Hill. Out left to the wing. Here's Howard. Goes back up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's just an athletic, strong big man. It's hard to guard Howard, giving out power to him.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of this game.
And Dwight Howard, you know, not the same 35-minute-a-game player he once was, but I tell you what, when he's on the floor, he can still be every bit as effective.
Yeah, Howard can bully teams that go small against him. I mean, he provides a big body to deal with other strong centers. I mean, he also gives the team some great flexibility with how they match up.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks. Curry passes to Embiid. Stolen. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Bogdanovich dishes to Collins. Back to Bogdanovich. The Hawks working the ball around. Collins wide open. He fires. That shot no good. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And that one drops for him. Simmons got 4 points this quarter.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Popped up there for Collins. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Howard. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Maxey's subbed in for Ben Simmons. And then for Atlanta, Kevin Huerter comes in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And Trae Young subbed in for Tony Snell. Embiid kicks to Milton. Just 5 on the clock. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Korkmaz, no good. The Hawks trail by 3. Here's Collins. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
52 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Milton the pass to Korkmaz. Inside, Scott. And finished off by Scott.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
And Embiid with the block.
And the wingspan of Embiid, I mean, very effective at using his length to turn shots back.
Reddish, he's checked in for the Hawks. The 76ers leading by 3. Maxey passes to Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. And a close game so far through the first 2. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed. And we know that Joel Embiid is one of the best centers in the league. Shaq, and
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Green in at small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And Simmons slams it in.
This is why you must get Simmons out the paint, because he's fantastic when it comes to dunking.
Young against Simmons.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Here's Curry. Misses off the left iron.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
Harris finds Simmons. Back to Harris. On the wing, Green. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. The Hawks trail by 3.
And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into his post fade.
Atlanta again missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Young dishes to Hunter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And there, just through activity, Hunter keeps the pressure on the defense.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Howard's checked in. Then for the Hawks, Tony Snell's checked in for John Collins. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Curry kicks to Simmons. Poked away. And now here comes Young leading the break. Here's Huerter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists tonight.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Simmons passes to Howard. 76ers moving the ball around. And Simmons slams it in.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Back to Young. This one for 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Howard finds Green. Over Young. And that one hits back iron. The Hawks trail by 4. It's stolen by Curry. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Harris. The second chance effort. And Howard with the stuff.
It's all about determination for Howard. When he sprints like this, he deserves to get the rock.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Young. He's got 5. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
And the wide open shot from Green. A 3-pointer, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Huerter. Basket counts. Huerter's got 5.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Bobbed up there for Howard.
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. I mean, he's fantastic at seeing when one of his guys is open.
The Hawks trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Looking to end his cold spell, and it's laid up and in by Young. He's got 7.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
Simmons with it. 8 points for him. Back to Curry. Simmons on the wing. 4 on the shot clock. Back to Curry. Outside, Simmons. There's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And here is Williams. Passes it to Huerter. Here's Okongwu. Launches it. The shot, no good. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. 76ers ahead, up by 4. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. We've got Bogdan Bogdanovic. Gallinari is out there with Reddish. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Williams at the 1 spot. Harris misses. The Hawks trail by 4. Reddish kicks to Bogdanovic. Williams passes to Bogdanovic. And he uses the glass on the layup.
The IQ of Bogdanovic is impressive. It's clear he's comfortable operating in the pick and roll.
Now here is Hill. Down low, Embiid. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Embiid's got his first basket of the night.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Okongwu kicks to Bogdanovich. Misses the three. Philadelphia leading by 4. Pass to Hill. Bible on the wing. A shot off that time, and it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Pass to Okongwu. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Hill passes to Embiid. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. And the 76ers lead by 4.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Williams looking around. And there's the pass to Okongwu. And the rejection by Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Reddish. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Embiid. And he makes the first. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for Tobias Harris. Green comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Curry's checked in for Shake Milton. And it's Ben Simmons in for George Hill. Then for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Collins comes in for Gallinari. Young is subbed in for Williams. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Post-game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Atlanta making a switch here. Herter's checked in. It's stolen by Capella. Fast break, the Hawks. Collins is running. And finished off by Collins.
And pressure doesn't get to Collins. Baskets like that prove how locked in he is.
Simmons, the bounce pass. Here's Embiid. Howard trying to free himself up. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Simmons. Simmons got 5 assists in the game. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. On the coach's challenge has been issued. Post game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Outside, Green. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Harris is checked in for Dwight Howard. To the inside. A nice shot by Harris. And the 76ers lead by 2.
Wow, and slowly but surely, Harris is learning what it takes to become a leader. When this team needs him to step up, he has no issue dominating crucial possessions.
He feeds it to Embiid. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket
than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Young pass to Herter. And it's off from three-point range. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Embiid against Capella. And they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
And there's no question, when Embiid is healthy, he's a problem. I mean, a versatile, confident big man with a high ceiling. A good league is even better with excellent work at the stripe.
In the corner, Herter with it. No good on the three. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop. So the 76ers win it. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotion.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The start. Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. So the Nets starting five. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harden in at the point guard. And for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Capella in at the 5. Now, here is Young. Durant with the steal. Harden's shot is good.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Young. We got a lot of talent in the front court tonight between these two teams, Doris. That's where a lot of the focus for us will be.
We will have an opportunity to see offense being run through the low post. So the interior defense is going to have to be strong. Will you send an extra defender? Where will that defender come from? There's a lot to play out here tonight, Kevin.
Harris kicks to Harden. 6 to shoot. Bobs it up for Jordan. That one's not going to go. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Young, good.
You know, you see Young's eyes light up when the break is on. Solid at scoring in transition.
Harden with it. Pass to Jordan. And then slammed in by Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan's athleticism is simply unreal. You want evidence? Go check out his posterization of Mr. Brandon Knight.
Now, here's Collins. The pass to Bogdanovich. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Irving. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Harris finds Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Bogdanovich wide open. It's hauled in by Harris.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now, here is Harden, and that one drops.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Young taking his time here. And that one, good.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets, trailing by 2. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Irving. The shot's good.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
In the corner, it's Capella. Brooklyn with the rebound. Here's Jordan. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Bogdanovich inside. He's covered by Irving. Yep, it counts.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Nets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And here's Harden. Misses in close.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
A 3 from Bogdanovich. And no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Capella dishes to Young. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Fires for 3. Kept alive. Here's Capella. Back to Young. Capella, the pass to Young. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. 6 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Up in time. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. And it's Claxton in at the center position. And taken away by Brown. And to the ball out of bounds. Dinwiddie touched it last. Griffin's checked in for Brooklyn. And the Hawks with possession here. Here's Reddish. Gallinari outside. At the top of the key, Williams. Up again. Dinwiddie with the rebound. And Okongwu gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Now, Dinwiddie. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. He gets that one.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball
in the paint.
Herder passes to Okongwu. Gallinari outside. Shot, high post. Blake Griffin pulls it in. The Nets with the lead.
Indoors, when you just look at the numbers the last 2 seasons, Gallinari has been playing like an all-star.
Now, Greg, you're talking about 20 points per game, 6 rebounds, a couple of assists, and he began to shoot a higher volume of threes, which obviously sometimes leads to a little bit less efficiency. But not for Gallinari. He's actually improved his accuracy from the three-point line.
Here's Williams, following the bucket by the Nets. Dinwiddie with it. Williams picks him up. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. It's stolen by Reddish. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Williams.
Well, Lou Williams in the open floor is just a bucket, folks.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Oh, Griffin in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
I feel like they could execute this play in their sleep. Griffin, one of the premier alley-oop finishers in the league.
Here's Williams, and the layup's good off the glass.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Dinwiddie against Williams. Pass to Brown. Kicks it to Griffin. Atlanta with the rebound.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
And just a solid all-around offensive threat. Gallinari gets how to generate points.
Dinwiddie passes to Green. Back to Dinwiddie. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. And Griffin scores. The assist by Dinwiddie. And the Nets lead by 2.
And that's just too easy. When Griffin gets to that area of the floor, expect him to finish.
Pass to Herder. Back to Williams. It's tipped. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Dinwiddie kicks to Brown. Here's Claxton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
Williams. Dinwiddie with some nice D. Nets leading by 4. Outside, Green. Dinwiddie finds Green. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Here's Williams. 2 points. That one goes. Williams has got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, the dribble drive by Lou Williams, such a special aspect to what he does.
Pass to Claxton. Back to Dinwiddie. Here's Claxton. Second shot opportunity. The pass to Brown. Lets it go from deep. No good that time. Blake Griffin getting it done for the Brook. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter suit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Brooklyn. Found themselves in a close game in the first. Their field goal percentage was a...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Blake Griffin really making a difference here.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich is out there with Young. And it's Capella in at the center. So that's the Hawks 5. Here's Young. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. From past the arc. Young, no good.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
Here is Harden following the basket by Trae Young. Irving passes to KD. Connects from 3-point range. Durant's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
To the paint, Capella kicks to Hunter. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Durant in the corner. Lobs it up for Jordan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
DeAndre Jordan simply a force around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
Here's Young. Hits the front of the rim and out. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Collins. The rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. For 3, Harris drills the 3-pointer. Harris has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
And Young, here we go. That one good for 2. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. So for the Hawks, Gallinari, he's checked in for John Collins. Tony Snell comes in for Hunter. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdanovich. And Dinwiddie gets it to go on the assist by Griffin. Dinwiddie's got 6.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision. Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now here's Brown. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Dinwiddie with the bucket. And the Nets lead by 12.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Young dishes to Capella. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Aggressive move by Capella. His length and athleticism, it's tough to handle when he gets the ball that deep.
Collins checked in for Gallinari.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
You know, Griffin is so sure of himself when he shoots it. That confidence really goes a long way.
And it's good, 2 points. 16 points for him.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
To me, he's just playing smart, efficient basketball, really helping his team hang around this one.
Here's Claxton. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Dinwiddie passes to Claxton. Over Collins. Tries again. From the arc. Doesn't go that time. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Brown. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Green in at the 5. Home in the paint. And here's Collins from outside. Here's Capella. Inside. Goes back up. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Irving attacking, and he makes that one.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over, so you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Green with the block.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's KD, and it falls over the rim and in. KD's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets.
Well, Kevin Durant's form, his release point, everything about his stroke is really impeccable.
Here's Snell, guarded by Green, and a missed layup. And so Green will bring it up for the Nets. Outside Irving. Puts up a 3. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Collins has got 4 rebounds in this game. Herter passes to Snell. It's good from long range. Snell's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Irving with the bounce pass. Brown the pass to Green. The kick out to Irving. Baseline J on the way. Basket good. And the Nets lead by 12.
Well, the ability to score at all 3 levels makes Kyrie Irving a near impossible check. Good luck, fellas.
Yep, that one goes in there. Young's got 10 points here in the second half.
Amazing individual performance, but you'd like to see more guys start to get involved. I don't know if he can do it alone.
Harris finds Green. Brown outside. Back to Green. Over Young. And Jeff Green, the bucket on the assist by Brown. Green's got his first points of the game.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Here's Capella. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Green.
A big who lives inside. Capella knows he's a center. He knows he makes his living off scoring close in against that good D.
Irving dishes to Green. The kick out to Irving. Durant deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Capella, and it's Durant missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Unloads. The putback. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Nets leading by 10. Launches a 3. Green. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And Young, here we go. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, terrific effort there by Young, really all night. The defense has tried to make adjustments, but he's just stayed one step ahead of him.
Here's Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Nets.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Blake Griffin.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Irving kicks to Durant, and Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here is Durant. On the wing, Irving. Tips it, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Young from outside. Again, Young missing. Katie with it. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. And the 76ers showing off their style as they look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. And Simmons is out there with Curry. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Nets, we've got Harden. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Irving. And it's Griffin in at the center filling out the middle. Now here's Simmons. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid kicks to Curry. Outside, Green. Clock at 4. From the low block, it's good. Green's got the first basket of the game for the 76ers. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Here's Curry, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And, you know, this is a shot that Seth can make. Give him some separation, and he's going to make it.
It's Harden with the drive. Griffin. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Curry wide open. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Curry's got his second bucket.
Seth Curry's game in the mid-range area continues to look better, taking advantage of all opportunities.
Harden the pass to KD. And then Durant with the jam.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
Embiid inside the line. Simmons dishes to Harris. Over Harden. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the night.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, Tobias Harris is a great scorer, and he's had multiple NBA stops, and I think you just have to simply say this guy has always been wanted.
Now here's Harden.
Boy, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
And Curry, here we go. He doesn't hit that one. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Here's Harden. Simmons with the defensive effort.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And, you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
Here is Harden after the made shot from Joel Embiid. And Embiid with the block.
If you look at his combination of reach and timing, it makes Embiid a superb shot blocker.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Brooklyn making some changes. Jordan, he's checked in for Durant. Luwawu-Cabarrot comes in for Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Tolliver comes in for Harris. Korkmaz checked in for Danny Green. And it's Shake Milton in for Seth Curry. Now here's Jordan. Great D that time from Howard. It's a 9-point spread. Here's Tolliver. Green with the block. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Luwawu. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Now here is Hill. Tolliver kicks to Hill. Howard against Jordan. Howard, the pass to Milton. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Howard can't hit. Nets trail by 7. Lobs it up for Jordan. An emphatic LU jam.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Now here's Milton. He's covered by Brown. Milton with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. High quality look, and he sinks it. And that does it for the first quarter. 76ers on top, up by 7. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face night in and night out.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Durant is out there with Green. Then there's Brown, and it's Claxton in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Dinwiddie drives in. That one, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. James Harden, he's checked in for Brown. Then for the 76ers, Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Tobias Harris comes in for Korkmaz, and it's Ben Simmons in for George Hill. Harden outside. And he lays it straight in.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively. But quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well. Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Embiid. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
It's Harden with the drive.
Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
Philadelphia leading by 3. Passes it to Thibault. Pass to Maxey. 6 to shoot. Left side, Harris. Again, Philadelphia.
You know, over time, as its game has evolved, Harris has accepted a bigger, expanded role. Knows he has the green light.
Harden outside. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Dinwiddie, and Embiid with the block.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor, knocks it loose. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Simmons. The shot will not fall. Great D that time from Green. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for Dinwiddie. Then for the 76ers, Danny Green, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. Curry comes in for Maxey. And it's Shake Milton in for Ben Simmons.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And staying with the play, Harris. Harris has got 7 points.
Yeah, you know, Harris is an active player. I mean, he's smooth and he's skilled, but he's also a guy that's got some grit and grind to him as well and gets in there and keeps possessions alive.
There's the pass to Luwawu. Feeds it to Jordan. And Embiid with the block. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Outside, Green. But they get it back. Embiid kicks to Harris. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Nets trail by 5. And here is Brown. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Outside Curry. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They have a 5-point lead. Kenny, what was your impression? And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters. He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Taking a look at the 76ers. Shake Milton is out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Scott. Then there's Howard. And it's Korkmaz in at the 3. From 13. No good from Irving.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well, wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. He can't get it to go. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 7-point differential. Griffin passes to Jordan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Ben Simmons.
You know, Jordan's size is part of the reason why he draws as many fouls as he does. They just have a tough time getting through his body without fouling.
So for the Nets, Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and James Harden has subbed in for Bruce Brown. Philadelphia leading by 5. Now Simmons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Switch. Howard against Jordan. Here's Korkmaz. And no good that time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
Milton's shot is good.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
Harden outside to the inside. And stolen by Scott. Milton with it. And it's Harden picking him up. And that one is hammered home.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green, the pass to Embiid. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, you can't go for the shot fake. As soon as Embiid has you in the air, it's over. You're done.
And Embiid drops them both.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Harden finds Griffin. Down low. Right side, Kevin Durant. Griffin attacking. Good D by Embiid.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Harden against Hill, and it's Harden slamming it down.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Outside Curry. From deep. A fresh 14 for Philadelphia.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Here is Harden. He's got 10. 1:07 left to play here in the third.
And I think one of the things understated about Harden, he's a great athlete. I mean, he can rise and bounce. He's strong. He's quick. He can easily punch it on you when he gets to the rim.
Pass to Curry. Beyond the arc. That one doesn't drop.
His shot's it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Thibault, the pass to Embiid. Hill has the open look. Buries it from three-point range. Hill's got the lead up to 14 now for the 76ers. Now here's Harden. 12 points for him. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Embiid. And now, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And, it's awesome to see Harden giving his all on defense. That's been an area that he's needed to improve on. Really make.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Jordan. Brown out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Green, and it's Durant in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Irving with a clean look. They get it back.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
Outside, Simmons. It's back to Hill, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the 76ers?
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Scotty's checked in for Tobias Harris. Korkmaz comes in for Green, and it's Jake Milton in for Simmons. Outside Durant. To the paint, here's Green. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Green's got it back down to within single digits for the Nets. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Hill inside. Brown on him. Hill passes to Milton. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. Some changes for Brooklyn. Luwawu-Cabarrot, he's checked in for Durant, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Dinwiddie with the steal. Passes to Luwawu. Lobs it up for Jordan, and stolen by Scott. 2 on none, no one back to stop this. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Boy, I love whenever Howard leaks out in transition. He's a big, easy target to find in these situations.
Dinwiddie with it. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Kevin Durant's checked in for Green. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Bruce Brown. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. Nets trail by 10. Pass to Durant. Dishes it to Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
The guard-like quickness of Durant makes him hard to guard. I mean, which in turn opens up passing lanes for him, too.
And here is Curry. And the pass to Embiid. In the corner, it's Harris. Outside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control, even when facing physical contact.
Curry against Irving. The high post shot, and good. Got the English that time as it falls.
You know, Irving is deadly from mid-range and really embraces that shot. He doesn't shy away from it, and I think he can give opponents a lot of problems because of it.
Outside Curry. He kicks it to Embiid. Offline with his three. Nets trail by 8. It's stolen by Curry. Harris drives in and slam dunk by Harris.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the 76ers.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Joel Embiid.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
Green, no luck.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
And that one's good, Durant.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Green, the pass to Simmons. Outside, Green. No good on the triple. On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Harris. On the wing, Irving. Right through the cylinder that time. All net.
Comfortable in the clutch. That's who Kyrie Irving is. Unfazed by the game's biggest moments.
So the 76ers win it. A narrow